Shush! It's time for The Shelf. Whangarei District Libraries Radio on Beagle Radio. Oh!
Tēnā koutou katoa, nau mai whakarongo mai ki The Shelf, he punua pāho mai i ngā whare puka puka I Whangarei I Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. I pahure koutou I ngā hōtaka me ohautu ki ngā whare puka puka I YouTube. Hello everyone, welcome to The Shelf, a podcast for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM and streaming online at beagleradio.co.nz. To catch up on episodes you might have missed, subscribe to the Whangarei District Libraries YouTube channel. Kia ora, my name's LJ. I am one of the cataloguing services librarians at Whangarei District Libraries. And I'm here today with a many-time shelf interviewee and first-time co-host. Introduce yourself.
Hey, kia ora. I'm Melani, the Teen Services Librarian.
Yay.
Yes, that's right. I've been interviewed, but never actually been in the studio.
In the studio. Yeah, this is the studio.
Yeah.
We're professionals.
Yes.
Well, welcome. It's very exciting. And we've got a great show for you today. So we will roll on into it with what we've been reading. Have you been reading anything exciting, Melani?
Yes, well, apart from the usual being too busy to read very much, I think that's a story that
relatable
we all have. But I have actually been trying to read more of the young adults books that I, buy for the collection. So one of them has been Costumes for Time Travelers by A.R. Capetta. Yeah, so it follows Callisto, who lives in a town called Pocket. Now, Pocket is a pocket outside of time and space, and it's usually the first place that time travelers end up when they first start their journey through their shenanigans in time and space. So Callisto works in their grandmother's shop, and they sew and create clothes and costumes to help time travelers blend in with whatever era they end up in.
I like it.
Yeah. LJ already knows that I love making
I was going to say, this sounds very up your alley.
I know. When I saw that there was a book, I was like, following this premise, I was very interested.
Yeah.
And so one day Fawkes, an infamous time traveler, is chased into Pocket and is being chased by some shady characters and actually hides out in the shop where Callisto is working. And although it's the first time that Callisto meets Fawkes actually has known them from throughout the ages. So I haven't got all the way through yet, but it's promising to see whoa,
bit of a
what's the story
mysterious,
Yeah. So
cool.
it's got a cozy vibe.
Yeah.
With a bit of mystery and watching the story and how they get to know each other or relearn each other, I guess, in Fawkes' his case. Yeah. So far, pretty cozy.
And we
nice
have
read.
that in our teen collection?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, cool. Melani's like, don't put a hold on it yet. I haven't finished it.
No, I got more.
No, of course you can place a hold through our website.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
How about you, LJ?
I am still reading Raising Steam by Terry Pratchett. I talked briefly last time I was on the show with Andy about it. I said that I've been just struggling with I'm sort of infamous on the show for usually reading some kind of very heavy non-fiction read, and those have been a struggle lately, so I switched back into an old comforting favourite, which is my favourite author, Terry Pratchett, and I know that you are also
Very
a fan. So I think there's like a small handful of the Discworld books that I still haven't read, and Raising Steam is one of them. But I've actually been switching between the physical book and the audiobook. So I am mostly reading the physical book, but also when I'm going on walks and stuff, I'm listening to the audiobook. But it is the new re-record, which I must confess I prefer the original audio.
No, I do too. I know it's all nice and shiny and new with
nice
new
and shiny and new,
narrators,
but I like the Nigel Planer, Stephen Briggs, and there's somebody else that did the originals. I can't remember, but
Nigel.
Yeah.
Briggs, so.
Yeah, but that's okay. We're giving it a
okay.
change can be good. I don't think I gave a synopsis last time, so I'll just give a brief. So Mois von Lipwig is a con man turned civil servant. As head of the Royal Bank and Post Office of Ankh-Morpork, he doesn't really want or need another job. But when the patrician Lord Whangarei gives you a task, you do it or suffer the consequences. In Mois' case, death. A brand new invention has come to the city, a steam locomotive named Iron Girder to be precise. With the railway's introduction and rapid expansion, Whangarei enlists Moist to represent the government and keep things on track. But as with all new technology, some people have objections, and Moist will have to use every trick in his arsenal to keep the trains running. And there's like a group of, I think they're like dwarf fundamentalists, I suppose, that committing acts of terror on various parts of the locomotive project. But yeah, it's one of the books in the sort of, if you're not familiar with the Discworld, we've sort of talked about it before, but there's like kind of mini series within the main series, and this is considered the last book in kind of the Industrial Revolution sort of mini series within the Discworld. Taken me a little bit to get into it, but I feel like it's hitting its stride now, and of course there's always the Terry Pratchett satire that I know and love. But I've also trying my hand at something very outside of my comfort zone, a teen comic, in fact. Law Olympus, which is by a New Zealand artist, Rachel. Is it Rachel Smith or Smythe? I should have looked it up.
I've always read it as Smythe.
Yeah, in my head I want to say that. It's Smythe. So it's the modern retelling of the story of Hades and Persephone, and features other Greek goddesses as side characters. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that good.
You don't like
it? It's readable. Like I've read there's like 8 volumes in total or something, and I'm about halfway through. But it has been good. Like I said, I'm kind of struggling with reading at the moment in general, so it has been a good thing in terms of its, what do they call? Low vocabulary, high interest.
That's right. Well, it doesn't sound very high interest to you at the moment.
Well, it's sort of like I say, it's sort of like, I'm not like this is the best thing I've ever read. Yeah. I'm not like this is the worst thing I've ever read. I would just say that it's easy reading, relaxing. I don't have to think too hard. Some of the art is
happening.
Yeah, reading is happening. That's the thing. We're trying to get.
You see?
The art is quite pretty. So
quite bold colours.
Yeah. So yeah, I initially when you were doing some replacing of things that were a bit tatty. So I initially grabbed the first four that were being replace off the discard pile, and then now I'm checking out the other half of the series. But yeah, so I'm going to finish it now because I've gotten halfway through. But I think as well, part of me, because I know that it was really popular at one point and it did get rave reviews and stuff, so I feel like there was part of me that was just like, okay, I'll keep going, and maybe it's slow to start and I'll see what everybody's kind of was raving about a few years ago. But yeah, like I said, it's just okay. It's not bad. Okay. It's just okay.
I read it, I think, online on Webtoons.
Yeah, that's where it started, on the Webtoons. It's
like I was from the beginning and waiting, an update every week. So it's sort of like
the suspense.
Yeah, added to that. But
I will say that she does sort of, even in the volumes that they've collected, they do kind of end on cliffhangers. A lot of them. But yeah, I know that. Some of the criticism I've read is that I feel like I don't know enough in detail about Greek mythology to, like, I know a bit, but not enough to be bothered by some of the inconsistencies. But I know people that are really into Greek mythology are kind of bothered because there's some changes and differences.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, but it is a modern retelling, I suppose. So that's where my attention is when it comes to reading at the moment. But more enjoyable than usual. But speaking of, this is a good segue, speaking of teen comics and the teen collection, what's happening at the Whangarei Central Library, Melani?
Yes, big changes are happening and have happened. Basically, with just a vague plan to then suddenly happening, and now it's there for you all to go check out at the Central Library. So the changes that I'm talking about are the teens area has been moved. All the shelves have been swapped around from where they usually are. They used to all line up with the adult fiction and sci-fi and fantasy.
And why have you made that change, Melani?
I'm glad you asked, LJ. Because I was finding that not a lot of teens were wanting to hang out in the space. And I'm thinking, why? I've got cool books. We've got, like, tables with plugs. You can go study, charge your phone, whatever. Chess. We've got chess, absolutely. But I had this radical idea of actually talking to some teens. I know, right? So they're all hiding upstairs, like a little bit away from all the hubbub, noise, and most important adults. And asked them, well, why would they prefer upstairs away from the teen space? And it was mainly because they felt pushed out by the adults from their space. That's not encouraging, because this space is meant for them. So they'd get told off for hanging out in the space, being too loud, hanging
being
out,
teenagers.
Being teenagers. But so that's why I decided to really make that change, because if I wanted to make like a thriving space and make them feel welcome, because they are
part of the library community.
In the library, they're part of the library community. You want to keep them happy to come, reading, hanging out, So what I've done is brought some of the shelves out from lining up with the adults ones and sort of made an enclosed kind of room feeling.
Yeah,
so it's definitely feels like it's separated from the adults fiction, and it sort of kind of hides the hangout spaces, which there are two of, with the movable benches, chairs,
cube. Well, they're not even cubes; they're shapes. Various interlocking shapes
that you can move and as needed.
Some bean bags,
some floor cushions. The idea being that it doesn't have to stay in the same spaces. You can just move it around. So if they've got heaps of friends wanting to hang out, they can just come and grab more pillows, more chairs, whatever. If they got less, or they just want to have a quiet time, then they can just drag one around to somewhere around out of the way. And so the shelves sort of give them a bit of coziness away.
Yeah, it does feel cozy.
Yeah, and it also means the teens non-fiction is facing, I think, the first thing you see.
Yeah,
so that's
into the walkway.
Yeah, into the walkway, trying to promote that collection. But then we've also got the teen comics and the manga and the graphic novels, right by the hangout spaces, so anyone can go in and grab a manga, grab a comic, page through it, sit down on one of the conveniently placed.
And I have noticed people already. When did you make that change? It's been like that for about a week.
Yeah.
And I've noticed more engagement in that space already.
Yeah.
It's cool to see.
It's been encouraging so far. I've had quite a few teens walk past, go, oh, it's different. And like, oh my gosh, you have this. And that sort of stuff. So, which is
it's encouraging.
and encouraging.
Yeah.
But I think one of the first things people comment on is the bold angle of the comics shelf, which is not at a right angle. Instead, it's like diagonal. Yeah. Which
if you've worked in big city libraries, it's not that crazy. But Whangarei is warming to it. I would say. The teens seem to like it, though. I think,
So that's
and we like it.
We like it. I like it. I mean, I suppose I have to like it because it was my idea. So that is basically the big change there. I'm looking to create more of like a notice board and wall art coming up in the future. Hopefully get the big blank wall, some life, a little bit of color, a little bit of something basically. So that's the next big project. So keep checking in, and might be something new every time.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Awesome. Thank you, Melani. All right, we will go into our first song of the episode. And this is one of my favourite songs, Kick It Out by Heart from the Little Queen album. You're listening to The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. That song was Kick It Out by Heart. Okay, our next segment. This was a draft title that I never came up with a better title.
Why mess with perfection?
So the title of this segment is Books That Have Been Adapted, Yay or Nay? We've got a few titles here that started out as books and have been adapted into movies and or TV shows at various times, and we're going to discuss them, and we'll let you know also whether you can access them in our library here in Whangarei. So we're kicking it off with Jane Austen.
Few movies there.
Yeah, a few movies there. We've just picked two.
Don't worry.
So we've started off with Emma. So have you read and or watched?
Yes, I did read Emma only when I got to uni and had to read Emma as a part of a Jane Austen focused paper.
Was it a paper? Did you do literature like Andy, or?
Yes, literature. So it was all Jane Austen, all of them.
That's what I like about the shelf. I learn more about my colleagues. Wait, you had to read everything by Jane Austen?
Yes, including all the unfinished ones like Sedition and yeah.
Wow.
So.
Have you revisited any Jane Austen since university? Just out of curiosity?
No, I probably have picked my favourite.
Yeah.
And it's not Pride and Prejudice.
No.
It's Northanger Abbey, actually, because it's just...
That's one I haven't read.
Felt funny to me.
Yeah.
It was real...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But Emma, the character we all love to hate, basically.
And she's had a few adaptations. So I'll just do the brief synopsis for people that maybe haven't read or watched it. But beautiful, clever and rich, Emma Woodhouse is perfectly content with her single life and sees no need for either love or marriage. However, nothing delights her more than interfering in the romantic lives of others. But when she ignores the warnings of her good friend Mr. Knightley and attempts to arrange a suitable match for her protégée Harriet Smith, her carefully laid plans soon unravel and have consequences that she had never expected. During my research, I've seen the 1996 Gwyneth Paltrow. I have read Emma, but not for many years. But there was one in 1996 with Gwyneth Paltrow, which I've seen. I know that you've seen the 2020 version with Anya Taylor-Joy. But when I was doing my research, apparently there was two in 1996. One starring Kate Beckinsale.
That's awkward. That's like turning up to an event with the same dress on, you know?
I was like, what? I don't remember hearing about it. And I didn't include it in the notes that I made, but apparently there was also a TV series adaptation in 2009. But you rate the 2020 version? Okay, so it's on my list. But also for people that might not know, the movie Clueless, the famous 90s movie, is a modern retelling of Emma. I just wanted to throw that fun fact in there. I really like that movie.
Oh, did you not have to study it in English?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did, What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh, nope. Didn't do that one, but did do Clueless. So that's
there you go. Wow.
Yeah.
Jealous.
But I will say that I did enjoy the 2020 one. It was, the costumes were great, as you know, I like the costumes. And the music and everything seems like whimsical, but like, I don't know, just really, well, not whimsical, I wouldn't say that, but like, it was just a pretty good retelling of the vibe of the book, I felt.
Yeah.
But sort of not exactly adapted for modern audience, but like our, I guess, sense of enjoyment of it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, not very well communicated there, but just go watch it.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that the library has the book, and it has a copy of the DVD of the 2020 movie adaptation. Neither of the 1996 ones are in there. I remember liking the Gwyneth Paltrow one, but I haven't watched it since probably it came out. So, yeah, I would take that with a grain of salt. But the 2021, you highly rate. Would you say it better than the book?
Yes. I would. I
controversial.
Would. No, first controversial
opening with
right
controversy. We've still got time. And then, of course, the classic Pride and Prejudice.
Yep.
I think everybody knows it, so we won't spend too much time on it. I do like the movie adaptation, the one with Colin Firth. Has there been other ones? Probably.
Yeah.
But,
and there was the long 6 hour. Was that the Colin Firth one? This is where I confess I've not watched it.
Yeah, no, I've seen I've seen it and I've read it. I think I do enjoy the book. I know that people are very attached to Colin Firth as Mr. Darcy. But I think for me, Pride and Prejudice, the book wins that one. But we do have the book and the movie adaptation with Colin Firth, if you would like to read, watch, form your own opinion
of it.
Yeah. Okay. So that was Jane. Thank you, Jane. Take a bow. Alice Hoffman is next. She is the author of many, many books, but probably most well known for the Practical Magic series. I've got a controversial. Actually, I don't think that it is controversial. I think it's pretty in line with the general feeling of it. So, Practical Magic is a series of 4 books. They adapted the first book to a movie. I, like a lot of people, saw that movie before I read the book. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Great movie. We don't have it in the library, sorry.
So I can't fix that. Okay.
But my fellow cataloguer Monique does have it on DVD, so you could ask her to borrow.
Private library.
Yeah. So the synopsis, if you haven't read or watched it, I've also read the book series. For more than 200 years, the Owens women have been blamed for everything that went wrong in their Massachusetts town. Gillian and Sally endured that fate. As children, the sisters were forever outsiders, taunted, talked about, pointed at. Their elderly aunts almost seemed to encourage the whispers of witchery with their darkened house and their love concoctions and their crowd of black cats. All Gillian and Sally wanted to do was escape. One would do so by marrying, the other by running away. But the bonds the bonds they shared brought them back together into the magic they couldn't escape. A novel about witches and real love, family life, and everyday spells. So the movie is way better than the first book in the series, but I do think people should persevere because the series as a whole is really, really good. So the first book is that synopsis I just read, and then the second book it goes back in time to the childhood of the aunts,
Like
and
a prequel type
yeah,
thing?
like a prequel. And then the third book goes back even further. The third book was definitely my favorite. The third book's called Magic Lessons. And that goes right back to their ancestor that first put the curse on the Owens family line, and that was definitely my favorite. I think, I don't know, it was just historical fiction mixed with magical realism or fantasy, done really well. And then the final book in the series jumps back into present day again, and kind of ties up the loose ends of the story. I won't give spoilers on whether the curse gets broken or etc. But yeah, so as a whole series, I think it's really good. But if you're just going to compare the first book and the movie, which I think they are bringing out a sequel next year, I believe, which is
reviving
much later. Yeah, I haven't looked into it too much, but I did see that there was an announcement about it. It's Nicole Kidman and the other one, I want to say Sandra Bullock. And they have great wigs in the movie. The hair looks amazing, and then you grow up and realise that they're wigs. Shattered, yeah. But yeah, if you're just going to compare it on like first book and the movie, the movie's going to win hands down every time. It's such a good movie. It's like one of my favourite movies. Sadly, like I said, we don't have the movie in our DVD collection, but we do have the full book series in print, and we've got e-audio books, e-book formats as well. So you could read them, and then you could go and seek out the movie. I'm sure it's on streaming services, but somewhere. I don't have any streaming services, so and I'm here to promote the library. So
maybe next time I'm on the shelf, I'll say that I've been reading the series.
Yeah, okay, give your review. Okay, so far, what are we like? No, 2 for. So you reckon Emma 2020 better than the book? Pride and Prejudice, yes. I think book better than the movie.
Pretty classic, pretty good book.
And then Practical Magic. First movie better than the book. Yeah. Series, great. William Goldman wrote The Princess Bride, a classic. A tale of true love, high adventure, pirates, princesses, giants, miracles, fencing, and a frightening assortment of wild beasts. I haven't read the book. Have you read the book?
I started the book.
You didn't like the book?
I didn't, because I had watched the movie first, I guess, like maybe a lot of people.
What I read in my research, same. I've seen the movie. I've never read the book. I confess, a long time before I even knew it was based on a book. But apparently the book is very different from the movie. It's what I read while I was doing research.
It did feel a little, from what I remember reading, it goes into a little bit more detail as you can in books, but like the tone changed very much from, this, I don't know, I feel like The Princess Bride has very much a D&D campaign.
It's like fun.
It's just fun.
It's
going through
obviously there's like
hijinks.
Serious, but there's
but then
hijinks is a good
turned
word.
a little not exactly darker, but different tone for the characters, and I mean it was like just like how the grandpa was reading to his grandson. It's the father sort of paraphrasing.
Right.
I don't know if that's the right word. The story as well, and giving commentaries like that, but more. I don't know. It just didn't have the same adventure feel. I mean, it was adventurous, but not the same vibe.
The magic of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Very controversial today.
I know. Maybe we're just starting off with strong movies.
If you want to make the comparison for yourself, though, we do have the movie on DVD, and we also have print copy, ebook copy, and e-audio book versions. I sort of want to read it now, just purely to see the difference. And of course, great movie. I think that's one of my dad's favorites. I remember watching it for the first time fairly young.
I mean, it does have a bit of everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I see it. It's got something for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Who's next? Oh, we're going into the teen collection.
Yeah.
Suzanne Collins. Oh, this is where it gets embarrassing. I have to make confessions. Hunger Games. I know the new one has just recently come out, but the first book in a future North America where the rulers of Panem maintain control through an annual televised survival competition pitting young people from each of the 12 districts against one another. 16-year-old Katniss's skills are put to the test when she voluntarily takes her younger sister's place. I have seen the first movie.
Yes.
And I have read the first book.
Right. That's a good start.
And that's it. I feel like because I kind of skipped young adult, and I can't remember what year did Hunger Games the books come out. I'm not sure, but I feel like I sort of was not. Well, it's twofold. I've mentioned it before on here. I think I don't really like dystopian fiction. Doesn't really do it for me.
This is like the
and this is sort of the peak. I mean, and this was also at the time where there was like Maze Runner and Divergent and I haven't read any of them. It just had never really held interest for me. I do remember enjoying the movie. It's been so long since I read the book. I can't really weigh in on which one I thought was better. Can you?
Yes. Well, I have read them and watched all but I think the last of the movies.
Yeah.
But I will say it's a pretty good, I reckon, a really good adaptation. Like, even if there was like changes, it just made sense for a movie like format versus like the book.
Yeah.
I remember reading the book and thinking and just feeling like real tense and real like that feeling that's suspense.
Yeah.
And what she's got to do next to survive and to the next crisis basically, and just survive basically. And it was, I reckon, it was the best of the lot for the teen dystopian novels.
Yeah, I think it definitely did rise to the top, and it's got adult fans as well as teen fans, which often shows universal's not quite the right word, but when
broad appeal.
Yeah, thank you. It's got that broad appeal, which I think usually those series that are really successful that come from young adult end up being the ones with broad appeal. I must say I would like to go back and revisit it now, just because I've heard that it is so well written. I know that Carly, one of our shelfies, is definitely a big fan. Because I remember her saying she's reading the most recent ones. Is it Sunrise of the Reaping is the new one.
Yep.
And the good news, if you are like me and you haven't read them, we do have physical copies of all the books in the series. We have e-books, e-audiobooks, and we also have talking book copies in the teen collection.
Absolutely.
And all the movies on DVD, excluding The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So you still won't get to watch that one through the library. But my research did tell me that people did not like that one very much compared to the earlier ones. When
maybe the era of dystopian novels is over at the moment.
I
Don't know.
I've always that's just me though. I just have never particularly liked dystopian fiction, and like you say, it was an era where it was very saturated in teen with a lot of similar themes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same with like adult fiction, but I've noticed a lot of like teen genre trends are very obvious and very, well known, like the dystopian, and before that we've had the the supernatural ones, so that's where you get like Twilight, and then the mythology ones.
We've got
and
that on
Percy
here.
Jackson.
I don't know if we'll get to it, but we do have it.
All those ones where it's a very obvious trend, and which is also hyped up by these movies as well.
Yeah, I think that does. It kind of feeds back and forth, doesn't it? People might see the movie first, or there's some people that are of that rigid, you've got to watch the book. Read the book before you watch the movie, or some people watch the movie and then go, oh, I didn't know it was a book, and so it kind of feeds backwards and forwards across each other. But yeah, so so you think it's a faithful adaptation? Books are like better, but the movies are also
pretty good. Like, I feel happy to be able to like recommend the books to like any, like, I hate the words like reluctant readers, but you know, like teens who like have got lots of things going on and might not have time to read books. I say, well, did you enjoy the movies? The books are really good. So check them out. It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also in the vein of teens, Percy Jackson, Rick Riordan. This is another one that I missed out on. Which is weird because the next one, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but the next one that we've got on the list is Eragon by Christopher Paolini. And I thought, I just missed out on the Percy Jackson hype because I was a bit older, but I see that the first book in both of these series came out in the same year. And so I don't know how I missed it, because I did read Eragon. Well, that's the Inheritance series. But I honestly seemed to miss Percy Jackson entirely until I started working in libraries in my mid-20s. And then
did you read it from there, or did you just see how popular
it's on my list? It's on my list. I haven't read it. I do want to read it because I've been told that I'll probably enjoy it.
The first series probably the most.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So the first book in Percy Jackson is after learning that he is the son of a mortal woman and Poseidon, god of the sea. 12-year-old Percy is sent to a summer camp for demigods like himself and joins his new friends on a quest to prevent a war between the gods. The movies seem universly hated.
Yes,
I haven't seen either of them. I missed Percy Jackson entirely.
Well, because it was so popular, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, the very first book. The book itself is like kind of snarky, kind of like it's just your regular person, like regular guy, who's also like doesn't quite like fit in for unknown reasons. I'm describing a lot of YA characters, I realize, but this is different.
No, I believe you.
The book itself was real fun to read and relate to, and from a character who's always just surviving by
skin of his teeth.
And then the movies didn't capture that. There was no, I don't know, they just didn't get the characters of Percy right. It went all in on the Greek mythology fantasy without getting the feeling of the character. Like,
so books are the clear winner.
The books definitely clear winner. So that's the first two movies that
of the first and second
kind
book,
of bond. But it's recently been made into a TV series.
Oh yes, you did.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which is getting much more favourable reviews. So I don't know if it's
redemption.
I don't know if it's because the books series are better as a TV series rather than
sometimes that is a thing, isn't it? Yeah,
that's the only thing I can think of. I have not watched the TV series though, but
like I said, you're ahead of me. Haven't read them, haven't watched them, but the good news, if you also haven't read or watched them and you want to, is that we have Percy Jackson available in a variety of formats. And if you want to see how bad the movies are for yourself, for some reason, we do have the DVDs of the original movies, not the TV show. I think that might be on like Disney Plus or Netflix, or some kind of streaming. Ugh. But, it's out there. And I did mention Eragon. This is the last one that we'll talk about. But Eragon, similar thing, I think. It's funny because when we were talking about it, preparing for this, I said to you, I think I liked the movie when you said it was bad. But then Melani reminded me that Jeremy Irons was in it. And that's when I went home and I thought about it some more. I was like, oh, that's right. It all came back to me because, I haven't seen it for years. I can't remember when I feel like I was maybe in high school when that movie came out. And, it all came back to me that Jeremy Irons was the sole redeeming thing, but I think similar to what you're saying about Percy Jackson, it was the same thing. It just didn't really capture the books, but I also feel like they changed a lot of the plot. Like I said, I haven't seen it for years.
Felt like emptier, like it wasn't, even though it's supposed to be a fantasy world, it didn't feel...
The acting was bad.
Yeah.
Aside from Jeremy Irons.
You're always a win.
Don't listen, Jeremy. You're the best. I don't know. Which is a shame because I feel like he was cast so well in that role. I think he was Brom. Brom is his name? Yeah. And so it was sort of a letdown that the rest of the casting and the way that they'd chosen to change the story didn't reflect that because, it had potential. But, so the first book is in Allegation. I've never said it out loud before. Let's go with that. 15-year-old boy of unknown lineage called Eragon finds a mysterious stone that weaves his life into an intricate tapestry of destiny, magic, and power, peopled with dragons, elves, and monsters. And that was book 1 of the Inheritance series. So there's 4 books, I believe. And we only have the book series in the library, so you can spare yourself. Maybe you can just find Jeremy Irons' parts on YouTube or something.
A compilation.
Compilation. That would be the highlight reel of the movie. But so we started, I feel like there was a pattern that I didn't intend. We started with books, movies that were better than the books or similar, and ended with clear books coming out. The clear winner. We'll have a little list in the show notes of everything that we've mentioned today. Right, it must be time for another song.
Absolutely.
I wonder if there's anybody yelling at their I know some people listen live. They're going, "No, you're wrong. The book was so much better." That's okay. That's,
pop it in the YouTube comments. Tell us why we are wrong. Or tell us what we should check out next. And compare.
Definitely. And also, if there's anything that we are missing from the collection that you think we should have, you can do suggest to buy on our website.
I do love hearing them.
Do you have a song, Melani?
I do. So this funky song is called Afraid to Feel, and it's by, who is it by?
LF System. Okay, let's check it out.
You're listening to The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. That song was Afraid to Feel by LF System.
Cool. Okay, it's quiz time. Awesome. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
All right, go on ahead. I can.
Okay. This is. Oh, can you see through my paper? This is Literary Quiz YA edition. I don't know why I keep bringing this back because I'm not very good at it, but
embarrassing if I'm really bad at it. No.
All right, let's kick it off. We did young adult edition in honor of Melani's first episode and being the teen librarian. In which book of the starting off strong?
Oh,
in which book of the Twilight series does Bella have her baby? Is it A, New Moon, B, Breaking Dawn, C, Twilight, or D, Eclipse?
Excellent question that I do not know the answer to. Oh no, I read the first two books, which is Twilight and Eclipse.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Was it Twilight and New Moon? Honestly, don't know.
Okay,
I did
cool.
read them only so that I could say, yeah, I hate them. As a teenager that was
Right.
yeah
Rebelling against what's popular.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna guess for C. What's C?
C is Twilight.
No,
So
it's not that one.
No,
Not the
not
first
that
one. Okay.
So do
What
you
was
want the
the
answer?
Eclipse?
Eclipse was D.
D. Okay, D. Eclipse.
D.
It
It was B, Breaking Dawn, and that was exactly when I tapped out
right.
of the book. Question number 2. In the Hunger Games series, how did Katniss's father die? A, in a hunting accident, B, murdered by the Capitol, C, in a mine explosion, or D, heart attack?
Oh, I should know this one. We just discussed about how I read the books. I feel like in a dystopian, it's always going to be the murder option. So I'm going with, was that B, murdered by the Capitol?
Apparently it was in a mine explosion, according to my research.
Well, yep, okay.
All right. The first line of this YA novel is, "There is no lake at Camp Green Lake." So, which novel is it? Melani is making a face. Is it A, The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth? Is it B, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green? C, Holes by Louis Sachar? Don't know how to say his surname. Or D, The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot?
It's C.
That is correct. Ding, ding, ding. I was going to go for a harder one, but then I was
watched.
like, that might be too hard. Oh, yeah, that's another one that's a book made into a movie. Both
really good.
Great.
Really good.
Yeah, both great. Okay. How old is Percy Jackson in The Lightning Thief? Is it A, 15, B, 12, C, 19, or D, 13?
B12?
Yeah, I also
Yes.
said it during the segment earlier, which I didn't think about when I was writing the question. Okay, so two out of five? 2 out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay, final one. At the beginning of the novel The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, which TV show would Hazel rather watch than attend her support group? Is it A, Gossip Girl, B, Kitchen Nightmares, C, The Great British Bake Off, or D, America's Next Top Model?
I'm proving myself to be very bad.
No, it's...
Is it A? No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's America's Next Top
So
Model,
it's
which I didn't remember, even
No.
though I've read the book. But so 2 out of 5. To be
Yeah.
honest, that's usually my average.
Okay.
So it's way harder than you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think there's like one episode where Glenn got almost all of them right, and most of them he was guessing, which I was very impressed by.
I was glad it was a multiple choice
Yeah.
question.
Oh, definitely. It's got to be multiple choice. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's time for your revenge, Melani.
Yeah. Well, some of them I feel like was easy questions here, and some now I'm like, oh, these two, huh? Anyways, I'm
And
sure
then we'll
you can
find
get
out.
them. All right, question number 1. What age range do we consider YA or teen? Is it
Oh,
A,
multiple choice. Yeah.
multiple choice?
Yeah.
A, 10 to 16. B, 13 to 20. C, 12 to 18. Or D, 13 to 25. This is for our library.
Was B 13 to 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon B?
Yes.
No.
Is it 13 to 25?
No, it's 12 to 18.
Oh.
Yes, C, 12 to 18. So that's in our policy.
Our library
collection.
specifically.
Yes.
Tricky.
Yeah, which also goes in line with the IFLA, with International Federation of Libraries. Association.
There you go.
But a lot of some other libraries do go from 13 to 20.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought,
which I think, looking at some of our books, I would be inclined to change it to that. But at the moment, it's 12 to 18.
There you
So
go.
it's a bit of a tricky one.
I
for you.
learned something though.
Okay, question 2. What is the fictional bird called in the Hunger Games series? Is it A, the blue raven, B, the corn sparrows, C, the mockingjays, and D, the paradise geese?
Well, it's really good that we identified earlier that I've only read the first book. Is it the Mockingjay one?
Yes,
C?
C, Mockingjay.
Yeah.
That's
So
correct.
I've heard that. I've heard
It was
things.
hard coming up with other names for other fictional birds.
Yeah, I like paradise geese.
All right, cool. Question 3.
Yeah.
What do you reckon is the latest genre trend in YA? So we got A, supernatural, B, dystopian, C, romantasy, and D, murder mystery.
I know this one. It is C, romantasy.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, because I think it's very big
everywhere.
on like TikTok and everything.
I think
It's-
romantasy is
yeah.
also a trend for the adult
In
fiction in
general,
general.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely have like adults coming and reading
Yeah.
the romantasy books from the teens and things like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of
Bit of
movement there.
crossover. There you go.
All right, question 4. What is our longest running manga series? Is it A, Case Closed, B, One Piece, C, Naruto, or D, Dragon Ball?
Oh, that's so hard. I feel like there's a lot that it could be out of those. I'm gonna go
What looks like the oldest in our collection?
Is it Naruto? I want to say Dragon Ball.
No, it's neither.
Is
of
it
those.
really One Piece?
No, it's not even.
Oh,
One Piece.
what?
It's Case Closed.
Oh, no way.
By
That was the
Gosho
one I
Ayo-
knocked off
Ayome?
immediately.
Ayoma?
I
Yep.
guess because I don't know as much about
It's
it.
right at the front of the
Yeah,
the
it's in the
manga,
A's,
and
isn't
it's
it?
like that whole block of
Yeah.
A's, really old
Learn something
detective
else.
series. It's really really cute, but it's been going since 1994.
Wow.
Yeah, whereas One Piece, the next longest
Yeah.
one we've got, is from 1999
Wow.
to present. Still going.
Yeah, I know it's still going.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was good, though. Again, I learned something. Okay.
All right, and the last question is, what do you reckon is the most popular teen fiction book? We've got A, Hunger Games, B, A Court of Thorns and Roses, C, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and D, 86.
Is this like currently?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, like of all time. No, currently.
It's most popular. I've gone from what's been issued.
Issued? Okay.
Well, yeah. These are all in the top 5, by the way.
Yeah. Tell me the first one again.
Hunger Games.
Okay.
B, A Court of Thorns and Roses. C, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. And D, 86.
Never heard of 86. I'm cutting that out. Is it Percy Jackson?
No,
Is it A Court of Thorns and Roses?
it is.
That was my first gut instinct, and then I was like, no, that's just what's popular currently. Surely
Yeah.
that can't be
No,
like...
it was so popular. It's actually overtaken. Just one of the copies has gone out over 110 times.
Wow.
Just one copy. So
Wow.
Yeah. But-
Okay, there you go. So I think I got 2 as well, right? So
you got
we drew.
2. Yeah, 2. 2 out of 3.
2. Heck yeah.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 5, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 out of 5. 2 out of 3 would be great. Cool. So it's almost 3 o'clock and time for us to go. So I'll just very briefly mention that Dying Matters week is starting next week. Runs from the 1st of September to the 5th. To the 7th of September, and there are events all through the Whangarei Central Library, as well as other locations around the place. So you can find that on our website and have a look what's coming up. So that has been our show today. I'll play